Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm here with my son Derek.
Hello.
We're very excited about the new Magic the Gathering and Spider-Man set that's going to be coming out. We were able to grab our hands on all 5 of the welcome decks that you were able to get at San Diego Comic-Con. From what I've read and heard, these will be available on release day at certain participating stores. So make sure to go and check that out.
Yeah.
We're probably just going to look at the white deck, the Spider-Man, and the green deck, which is Miles, today. And take a look at the black, which is Venom. That's pretty cool. Blue, which is Spider-Man 2099. And red, which is Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
So Derek is a big Magic the Gathering player.
Yes, I've been playing for actually this year, almost 11 years.
That's crazy. It's a long time you've been playing.
Yeah, so when I turn 18 in October, it'll be 11 years.
Wow. Yeah. So we're super stoked because finally we get Marvel and Magic together, so we get to do some collecting and ripping on something that we're both into.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so I guess Derek's going to take the lead on this because he knows what he's talking about when he's looking at the cards and everything. I don't believe there's anything crazy in these. These are all standard cards, but it's really cool. So Derek can take it away.
Yeah. So I guess we'll look at the big showstopper first, which is Spidey.
Nice.
So this is mono white. So this is the only color that you'll have in here. Try not to get the box all nice. So these are standard cards. So there he is, Spidey.
Cool.
Okay. So it actually looks like it's not just, I'm guessing this is the 30 card white, and this is green, even though it's in here. So I'm kind of curious what this is.
Yeah, I'm wondering how the makeup is.
So I wonder if it's like you get 30, like I wonder if you're going to get Miles in this one and then like Venom. So I wonder if it's not just green. But let's look at Spidey first. So this is probably just the peel cards like usual. You just peel it up. Is it? Oh, I think it's right there. Oh, I'm trying to get it. There we go. So just peel open. You can kind of just... Okay. It's fighting me a little bit. We should probably get a knife for these.
I asked. You're like, no, they got this peel thing, makes it easy.
That is a peel thing. There we go. Scissors makes it just easier.
Okay.
Alright, so it's cool. It gives you a little battlefield. How you should set everything up.
Nice.
Alright, so So we got Spider-Man and Peter Parker. So he's 5 mana, you got 2 white and a 3. So he has flying. So he can't be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach. He's a 4/4, so 4 power and 4 toughness. And whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control against indestructible until end of turn. This is actually a really good card. I haven't seen this Spider-Man. So I was talking earlier about how some of these starter deck legendaries aren't the best, but this one actually is pretty good.
Okay.
I would say this one probably could be a pretty good, like, you know, if you want to play commander, this could be a pretty good mono white commander. Or just really good in any deck, really. This is a good card.
Nice.
And we got lands. Of course, you need these to play. So we got, looks like Spidey flying through a neighborhood.
That's his neighborhood there. The Queens.
We got Thwip. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains flying until end of turn. And if it's a spider, you gain 2 life. So as we can see with Spider-Man, he has the Spider-Human Hero. So he does have the spider keyword here. So any card with the spider keyword would, any creature you target with the spider keyword, you would gain 2 life if you cast this on them. So that's pretty good.
It's cool art.
Yeah, it is. Another land. It's probably going to be card land. Yeah. Got Wild Pack Squad. It's a 3 mana 2/3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 target creature gains first strike and vigilance until end of turn. So first strike means they attack first in combat. So in Magic, both creatures attack first. Like, they attack at the same time during combat. So first strike gives them an advantage. they basically get to attack the other creature first, and if they win, they take no damage. And Vigilance, anytime a creature uses an ability or attacks, they cannot take another action until next turn. Vigilance makes it so if they do attack, they can still take an action and defend on your opponent's turn. So it's pretty good. Got Web Up, which is an enchantment. So when this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. That's pretty good. So this basically will, when you cast this, you target an opponent's creature, and it's just gone until this card leaves the battlefield.
Nice.
So this would basically just be like direct removal of an opponent's card. This is a pretty good card for 3 mana.
Yeah, that's awesome art by Dave Palumbo.
Yeah, with, looks like a thug right there and some webs with a Spidey poster sticking out. The art does look really cool. Another Thwip. So these are, I guess, supposed to be like standard starter decks, so you will get multiple of the same card. It's not going to be... Oh, there we go, Amateur Hero. So this is a 3 mana 3/3. So 3 power, 3 toughness. When this creature enters, you gain 2 life.
Cool.
There you go. Pretty simple. Another planes, just some lands. Spectacular Tactics. So this is an instant. You can cast this whenever you want. Your turn and opponent's turn. For 2 mana, you can choose one. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control against hexproof until end of turn. Hexproof means they cannot be targeted by instants or sorceries or abilities. They just can't be the target, basically. They can be targeted by your own abilities, though, just not opponents. And you can either destroy target creature with power 4 or greater.
We got Miles and Spider-Woman fighting the lizard.
Lizard looks pretty cool. I do like the art on a lot of these. Another Wild Pack Squad. Another Plains. So it looks like we are just getting the same art on every single Plains here. Spiderbot. So this is an artifact creature, Spider Robot Scout with reach. So this can block flying creatures. When this creature enters, you may search your library for a basic land, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. So when this card enters, you basically get to search, for instance, this deck for one of your basic planes. It says basic land, and you put that on top of your library or your deck.
Cool.
Got another planes here. Starling Aerial Ally. It's a 5 mana 3/4 with flying. And when it enters, another target creature you control gains flying until end of turn.
Cool.
Alright, that's pretty good. It's not bad. Ooh, our first. So every single card we've seen besides Spider-Man so far. Spider-Man was a mythic. I'm trying to actually pick him back up. Whoop. So the rarity is determined by this little symbol here. This is the set symbol. White is common. Blue is uncommon. Yellow is rare. And the orange is mythic. So as we can see here, we have a yellowish. This is a rare. So Amazing Alliance, which is a 3 mana enchantment. Creatures you control get 1/1. So they get 1 power and 1 additional toughness. Whenever you attack with 1 or more legendary creatures, you gain that much life.
Nice.
So this is going to be a really good... this could honestly be a pretty good card in legendary decks where almost every creature you're trying to play with is legendary. You gain a lot of life doing that. That's pretty good. Another planes. Another planes.
Back to boot.
Yeah, we got another Amateur Hero. So I'm gaining more life here. MJ, Rising Star. So this is an uncommon. It's a 3 mana 2/3 with Vigilance. So attacking does not cause this creature to tap. And whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on MJ. So that's pretty good. It's not bad for a 2/3. And whenever you gain life, you get to put a 1/1 counter on her. And Vigilance is a good keyword. Got planes. Oh, we got the other Spider-Man, Web Slinger. This is a common. 3 mana,
cool
3/3. Yeah. He has Web Slinging. This is a new ability from this set. You may cast a spell for a white if you also return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand. So basically, instead of casting this guy for 3 mana, if you have a tapped creature after attacking during main phase 2, or basically after your combat phase, you can pay him. You can cast him for only 1 mana instead of 3. So a pretty cheap discount there. Got Web Up, another enchantment. Same up as the earlier. Daily Bugle Reporters. That's cool art.
Yeah.
So this is a 4 mana 2/3, and when it enters the battlefield, you can choose one. Puff Piece, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Or investigative journalism. Return target creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty good. You got either you can buff up some of your creatures or do some graveyard recursion. Selfless Police Captain. So a 2 mana 1/1. This creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it. When this creature leaves the battlefield, put its 1/1 counters on target creature you control. That can be really strong if you build a counters deck and you can bump this guy up really big. And then basically you can, once he dies, you can basically remove all of the counters to, let's just say, your Spider-Man or a big other creature you want. Pretty strong for 2 mana. Aunt May, an uncommon. So 1 mana 0/2, has no attack. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. If it's a spider, put a 1/1 counter on it. This is a good card. This is definitely, I don't know about the second part with the spiders, but the first part's great. In white decks, especially mono white, if you're building a creature deck, whenever another creature you control enters, you gain a life. That can be pretty good. You can play this on turn 1. It's a strong ability right there. And then looks like our last cards here. Oh, we have a actual web land.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, different planes.
This is the, I guess the rarer or like the main focus lands of this set. Will be the webbed version. And yeah. So that's the Spider-Man white starter deck. And we have the Miles green one that also came with this. Which
I don't know what that is.
Which I don't know. I thought they would both be mono white, like just white, but they are not. We have the green Miles one, which I'm assuming is the green one here.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe it's just mix of cards.
Maybe. So as you can see, this is a mythic. It's a 6 mana 5/5. So he has Vigilance and Trample. So with Vigilance, whenever he attacks, he will not tap afterwards, and he has Trample. So basically any excess damage that this creature deals will go to the person, like the defending player. It will trample over the defending card. So, and whenever Spider-Man enters or attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. Those creatures gain Trample until end of turn. That's definitely a strong ability. I can definitely see this, being used in some decks, definitely as a supporting card. So enters or attacks, so he can pump up your entire team, and basically, that's Miles. Is that Spider-Man or Miles? I can't tell.
I don't know.
It looks like Spider-Man, but it looks like he's swinging through. Pretty cool. So that's definitely a good card. Okay, we got another Spider Bot. Just basically when it enters, you may search for basic. Some more forests. Here we go, new cards. We got Lurking Lizards, 2 mana 1/3 with Trample. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. So if you casted Spider-Man, since his casting cost is 6, if you casted him with him on the battlefield, you'd get a 1/1 counter on him.
Okay.
We got another forest. Guy in the Chair. So this is a 3 mana 2/3. This is the first mana dork we've seen, as they're called, where you can basically, these are creatures that will tap to give you mana. So these are great creatures in green specifically, but so you can tap him. So when you cast a creature, they have Summoning Sickness, so on your next turn, you'd be able to tap him for 1 mana of any color. So he could be used in not just green, but if you're playing with a different deck. And he has web support for 3 mana and tap him. Put a 1/1 counter on target spider. Activate only as a sorcery. So you only can activate this ability on your turn.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. Craven's Cats. It's 2 mana 2/2. For 3 mana, this creature gets 2/2 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Okay. So you can basically make it a 4/4 until end of turn for paying 3 mana. It's pretty cool. I like the balloons in the back. It's actually, I think, Craven right there, too. I didn't even see him.
Yeah, it's like Central Park.
Yeah. Okay. Twisted Spider Clone. It's a 4 mana 4/4. When this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. Okay, so definitely, like, again, counters archetype. Could be really good. It's a spider human. Another land. Scout the City. So 2 mana sorcery. You could choose one. Either look around, mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand, and you gain 3 life. So milling is basically you take the cards from the top of your deck and you put them into your graveyard. So this says mill 3, so you put the top 3 cards into your graveyard. It says you may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. So a permanent would either be a land, a creature, an artifact, an enchantment. The only thing that would not count as a permanent is a sorcery or an instant. So if this was in your graveyard, you'd not be able to take this back. Mm-hmm. And bring down, destroy target creature with flying. It's a pretty good sorcery for 2 mana. I'd definitely say that could definitely be used. Kapow. That's really cool art.
Yeah.
3 mana sorcery. So this can only be played on your turn. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It fights target creature an opponent controls. This could be great. So this is because in Magic the defending player gets to choose which creature blocks what. So if there's a really annoying pesky creature on your opponent's side that you want to get rid of, this could be a great way to do it. Forcing your creature to fight it. It's a very good card. Got more forests. Oh, look at this one. Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary. 5 mana 4/3 with web slinging. So you may cast it for 3 if you also return the tap creature you control to its owner's hand. And when it enters, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Okay. This one's definitely a little underwhelming, but it still looks really cool. And the web slinging ability is good. You can cast it for 1 less mana if you want. You got Craven's Cats again. Another forest. Spider Rex, Daring Dino. A 6 mana 6/6. He has Reach and Trample and Ward 2. So basically, whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or any ability, you would have to pay 2 additional mana to target it.
Okay.
So if you tried to cast a kill creature spell, they would have to pay 2 additional mana to be casted on Spider Rex. Well, that's definitely a cool card, and it's actually a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Another Twisted Spider Clone. Here's our first rare of this little starter deck, Venom Blast. So it's a 4 mana sorcery. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to up to 1 other target creature. That's a very good card if you can get a big creature out. Like Spider Rex, for instance, which was a 6/6. You can make him an 8/8, and you can deal 8 damage to any creature you want.
Nice.
That's definitely a good card, I would say. Got more forest. Grow Extra Arms. It's a 2 mana instant. Can be cast at any time. This spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets a spider, and target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
If it's a spider, if you're targeting a spider, it's 1 mana, and target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. I know a lot of spider cards, like from Lord of the Rings, especially some other of those cards. A lot of spiders in that set will like these add-ons. There's a lot of spider-focused cards in this. So you can definitely put these cards with other actual spider cards, which is cool. You have Spider-Man and spider cards. So another Kapow.
Kapow.
Another guy in a chair. He's got all the Spider-Mans on his monitors. The Prowler. So it's a 3 mana 3/3. He's a human rogue villain. So Prowler can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. So if any creatures have power 2 or less, they can't block him. And whenever he deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on another target creature you control. Well, that's pretty good. 3 mana 3/3, and he has some pretty good abilities. He won't be able to be buffed by a lot of the instants and sorceries you just saw because he's not a spider, but he still got pretty good value. We got Lurking Lizards. which we saw before. I think we're going to get to see our webland in a second. Yeah, so there's the forest.
Ooh.
That's the forest webland. That looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there we go. And that's the, I'm assuming, Miles starter deck?
Yeah, so that makes me want to know if we open this. I'm sure they're the same 30 cards for each color.
100%.
So, all right, so there, yeah, so there's green. So here's black.
All right, so now
that's how it is.
Now everybody knows that you technically don't have to buy all 5, I guess. Because you have the chance.
Yeah, like, look, we don't even have to open Venom now because Venom was white.
Yeah, so you technically do not have to buy all 5 of these boxes.
Or try to get them on release day.
Or try to get them. You can try to get one, and you have a pretty good chance of getting the one you wanted as well.
The blue.
You might as well just do all of them, I
Yeah,
guess.
let's just do all of them. So we'll keep,
Let me have
this
red.
one was green, so it's Miles, so we'll keep green together. And then, what other color? Red, right? So
Yeah.
we'll just open up the red.
So, yeah, you do not have to buy all 5 of these. You will get, you'll buy the one you want, and you'll get that. Like, guaranteed. Like, if you buy the red one, you will get the red starter deck, but you will also get an additional one.
Yeah, you get a random. I don't know if it's random. It might be.
It could be.
Okay, cool. Now we know.
All right, well, let's open up red. I was kind of
let's do it.
interested to look at this one.
So that's the Ghost Spider one,
This
right?
is Ghost Spider.
I could help you with that.
Yeah,
Open.
the scissors over there. There we go.
I didn't need the scissors for the last one.
You just put your finger through it?
Yeah, I kind of just manheld it.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Yeah, they're only standards. I think we got doubles.
Yes, we definitely did. All right, so we have Ghost Spider, Gwen Stacy, a 5-mana 4/4 with Menace. So it has to be blocked by 2 or more creatures.
Okay.
Whenever Ghost Spider attacks, she deals X damage to the defending player, where X is the number of attacking creatures. This card I can definitely see being definitely played. This is a good card.
Okay.
I think out of the 2 we've seen, I think she probably has the best ability from the ones we've seen so far. So I think she would be pretty good in any deck you put in, if it's especially like an aggro deck, very aggressive.
Okay.
Or basically just if you have like if you're building a bunch of creatures in a deck and you can get like 50 creatures out, she'll just deal 50 damage to that player. So that's pretty good. So definitely, that's a good card. All right.
Oh, that's cool.
Spider-Man.
It's the cityscape.
Yeah, that's definitely a cool one there. All right, so we got our basic land mountains. Another spider bot. Some stuff we've seen from the 2 previous ones.
And we're seeing that card in all these different colored packs because that's not a color designated card, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So spider bots, that's actually a good point. So spider bot is an artifact creature. So that means it is, as you can see, there is no colors associated with this card. If you're new to Magic, you can see that every card mainly has whatever color they are, they have the border of that color. Since spider bot is an artifact, it is colorless. You can put this in any deck you want. No colors need to be associated with it. So that was a good point. Angry Rabble. It's a 2-mana 2/2 with trample. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. And you can pay 6 mana to put 2 1/1 counters on this creature. Okay. So if you're playing this in a big creature deck, he'll just start pinging your opponents for 1. Yeah. Rampaging Classmate. It's a Lizard Berserker, 3-mana 3/2. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets 1/0 until end of turn for each other attacking creature. So he'll become really big in attacking, but his defense will still be weak.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like if you were going to take, for instance, like Ghost Spider and make her, if you're going to talk in the format of Commander, all of these cards would be to go into that deck, because if she's your commander, you only can have red cards in the deck. But if you're going to play with these cards, like for instance, let's say Standard, that rule does not apply. You can play with red and green cards as you want. But, we'll, I guess, talk more about that as the actual set releases with, more prominent legendary creatures. And multicolored creatures as well. Not every card in Magic is just one color. We got Mountain. Shock. I'm assuming this is just going to be a damage spell. Yep, so it's a 1 mana. Shock deals 2 damage to any target. So you can pay a red. You can just deal 2 damage to anything. Your opponent's face almost looks like, who is that in the picture? I can't tell. Electro?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Shocker.
Shocker?
Yeah, that's the Shocker.
Oh, okay. Spider Islanders. So it's a 4 mana 4/3 with Mayhem. So pay 2 mana. You may cast this card from your graveyard for 2 mana if you discarded it this turn. Okay, so if you discard this card, you can just pay it for 2 instead. Interesting, okay. Taxi Driver, that's really cool looking. It's a 2 mana 3/1 with pay 1 and tap it. Target creature gains haste until end of turn. So haste is how you can get rid of summoning sickness, basically. So whenever you cast a creature, you cannot tap it or attack with it until your next turn. Haste gets around that. So they can attack that turn as well, or tap that turn. So that's pretty good. Double Trouble. So this card definitely is great. It's a 5 mana instant. Double the power of each creature you control until end of turn. So you're not doubling the power and toughness, but doubling the power of each creature you control is still pretty good. And this is cast in an instant, so you can cast this on your opponent's turn, your turn, whenever. So this is catch your opponent off guard with this card. This is a good rare. 5 mana is a bit pricey, but it's still good. There he is, Shocker. The
Shocker Unshakable.
6 mana 5/5. So during your turn, Shocker has first strike. And Vibro Shock Gauntlets. When Shocker enters, he deals 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller.
Oh, wow.
Okay, it's not bad. So interesting. So first strike, like we said before, is basically they get to attack first in combat. And whenever you cast him, he'll do the 2 damage to target creature they control. And, actually, any creature. And then whatever creature you choose, it deals damage to that creature's controller. Got a Mountain. Electro's Bowl, there he is.
There he is.
3 mana sorcery. It deals 4 damage to target creature, and it has Mayhem. Same thing as before, where if you discard this card, you can pay it for 2 instead of 3 from your graveyard. Romantic, interesting card with Spider-Man and MJ. Looks like, right?
Romantic Rendezvous.
Rendezvous, yes. So here we go. So this is the discard synergy where you can discard a card and then draw 2.
Okay.
So you would want to play this, and then now if you discard Electro's Bolt, like from before, you can cast it for its Mayhem cost instead.
Gotcha.
So some synergy. Stegoron, is that a Stegoron?
Stegron, the Dinosaur Man.
5 mana, 5/4. This is a dinosaur villain. He has Menace, so he has to be blocked by 2 or more creatures. And Dinosaur Formula for 2 mana. Discard this card until end of turn. Target creature you control gets 3/1 and becomes a dinosaur in addition to its other types. Okay. So the Dinosaur Formula can actually only be used from your hand. You can't discard a card while it's on play, so interesting. You can make a thing a dinosaur. That could be pretty good in some dinosaur decks. Got a Mountain.
Dinosaur deck.
Yep, got the Mary Janes. So uncommon, 4 mana, 3/3. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature that attacked this turn, and it has Menace. That's actually really not that bad. So throughout Magic, there's your main phase 1, where you would cast most of your cards. There's combat, and there's main phase 2. So you'd want to cast this after combat. And as you can see, this costs 1 less to cast. This is a generic cost. So the least amount of mana that this card could be is 1 Mountain. It can't go to 0 because this actually has a mana, like a Mountain pip along with its casting cost. But if 3 or more creatures attack this turn, that 3 would become 0. So this would now just be a 1 mana card. So you'd want to try to cast this after 3 creatures attacked on your turn. That's pretty good. Rampaging Classmate. It's a Mountain. Shock again. Spider-Gwen. Free Spirit. 3 mana, 2/3 with reach, so she can block flyers. And whenever Spider-Gwen becomes tapped, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So more discard synergy with more of that, whatever the ability is called, I forget. So I think it's Mayhem.
Okay.
So, you know, whenever she becomes tapped, so after she attacks, you can discard a card and draw a card.
Cool.
Got the Angry Rabble again. Masked Meower. A 1 mana, 1/1 with haste. Discard a card. Sacrifice this creature. Draw a card. Okay, more discard synergies. This could be good. You know, you can get a Mayhem card out earlier. If you have enough mana early enough in the game. And it has haste. So, like, before it can attack and use a tap ability immediately. There's no summoning sickness. Oh, that's probably my favorite one so far, probably.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm excited to see how the swamp looks for black.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite one so far, the web-slinged mountain.
I'll grab the blue.
All right, let's do Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, do the blue deck.
Blue. Blue is known for drawing cards, intuition, and counter spells. Everyone's favorite color in Magic.
All right, there's blue.
All right, so let's look at what Spider-Man 2099 does. He's a 5 mana 4/4. When he enters, return up to 1 target creature to its owner's hand, and whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. So like I just said, we got some drawing shenanigans and some bouncing effects, which can be very strong. So that can be really good. Now also, I am now realizing the reason why you're probably getting 2 within each other is because...
So somebody could play.
Yes, you can mix them.
Oh, I thought it was like I could be blue and you could be black, and then we could play each
You
other.
can do that, but these are standard decks, and that's why it says 60 cards, because a standard deck is 60 cards or more.
Okay.
So I'm assuming they're doing this so you can mix them together.
Gotcha.
But you probably could do that too, where each player plays with 30 cards. So you'd have like a blue and black deck. So this is pretty good. This is bounce effects and drawing. Definitely not a bad card.
Oh, look at the island. That's cool.
It just looks like he's not even swinging there. He's just doing a pose midair.
Is that the Manhattan Bridge?
Yep.
Yep.
There's Spider-Bot again. This is a universal artifact creature, colorless. You can go in any single deck you want. Island. I do like this one. Doc Ock's Henchman. 3 mana, 2/1 with Flash. So Flash is interesting. So this means that this creature can be cast during any time. So it's basically like an instant. You can cast it on your opponent's turn and your own turn. Whenever this creature attacks, it connives. No, it's connives. Connives. It's because the camera, there's a little crack in the screen. It's connives. I did not see the eye. Draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. So basically, whenever it attacks, you get to draw a card, discard a card. And if the card you discarded was a non-land card, you put a 1/1 counter on it. So you pump it up. So basically, that means if you discard anything but a land, he gets bigger. It's pretty good. Connive is a strong ability. There's 2 of them. Okay. Unstable Experiment. 2 mana. That's pretty cool art.
Yeah.
Target,
Osborne.
yeah. Target player draws a card, then up to 1 target creature you control connives.
Oh, that's another Dave Palumbo.
Yeah. Looks like he was the artist in a lot of these.
Nice.
So again, same thing. If you discard it, you draw a card, discard a card. If the card you discarded was a non-land card, you pump up the creature. So that seems to be the theme here. We got Whoosh. It's a 2 mana casting cost card for an instant, but it has kicker. You may pay an additional 2 mana as you cast this spell. So 1 colorless. So basically 1 land of any type and a blue. Same thing with the kicker cost. And this is a bounce spell. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If this spell is kicked, you also draw a card. So that's pretty good.
Vulture versus Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have no time for banter today.
Yeah. Looks like actually Miles. Looks like he's
Oh,
fighting.
is it Miles? Okay.
It looks like it. Am I wrong? I think it is.
Oh, Spider-Man 29.
Oh, is it 2099?
Yeah.
That's what it is, maybe. Alchemax Slayer Box. It's a 3-mana 2/2. When this creature enters, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it.
Villain robot.
Yeah, it's a robot villain. So if a permanent with a stun counter would become untapped, remove one from it instead. So basically, you're going to keep a creature tapped for an additional turn.
Okay.
Island again. Oscorp Research Team. A 4-mana 1/5, and for 7 mana, draw 2 cards.
Wow.
This card's pretty bad. I won't lie. But it's cool art.
Oscorp Research.
Yeah. I definitely am curious to see how these cards are, and I will give my honest reviews on how well and how much playability they will get. That one probably won't see the light of day, unfortunately. Flying Octobot. A 2-mana 1/1 with flying. Whenever another villain you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. This ability triggers only once each turn. That's not bad. So as you can see, this is an artifact creature. Now this is not like Spiderbot though. This is a blue artifact creature. So this cannot go in every deck you want. In standard, yes it can. But if we're talking about commander, if you're running a green deck, this cannot go in the deck. That's what I mean by that in that case, because I play commander mainly. But if you have 2 colors in standard, it can go in there. An island. Malila, Holographic Assistant. A 4-mana 2/2. Whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. That can definitely be really strong. Blue is known for drawing cards. You can draw a lot of cards in Magic. So this definitely could see play for pumping up your creatures. Oh, there he is, Doc Ock. 5-mana 4/5. As long as there are 8 or more cards in your graveyard, Doc Ock has base power and toughness 8/8 instead of 4/5. And as long as you control another villain, Doc Ock has hexproof. That's actually pretty good. This is definitely not a bad 5-drop, especially in standard. This is definitely not bad. I mean, I don't play standard much, so I can't speak on it as much as other people probably can. And a commander standpoint, though, they're 2 different formats when I say standard and commander. They're different ways you could play the game. This is definitely not a bad card.
Nice.
More islands. Future Flight. So we have an enchantment aura, 4 mana. So you enchant a creature with this. So instead of the enchantment just staying on the battlefield, this actually like attaches to a creature. When it enters, you draw 2 cards, and enchanted creature gets 2+0. So it has 2 more power, 0 more defense, and it has flying.
Okay.
Not bad. We have an island. Spiderbite Web Warden, 3-mana 2/2. When Spiderbite enters, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Some more bouncing effects. You can do a lot of shenanigans with these type of cards. A lot of ETB, enter the battlefield triggers you can get. Basically, when this enters, you can start bouncing stuff. Either your own stuff, your opponent's stuff. It's pretty good, actually. 3-mana 2/2 for that ability. Unstable Experiment. Island. Another whoosh. Beetle Legacy Criminal, a 4-mana 3/3 with flying. You can pay 2 mana as well to exile this card from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It gains flying until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. So once this card dies in the graveyard or gets discarded or put into the graveyard, you can activate that ability.
Okay.
We got the Slayer bots again. The Octobot again. And I'm pretty sure here comes our webbed land at the back. Oof.
Cool.
That one looks nice. I think that would actually look really nice in like a foil when that comes out. Alright, so that's the blue Spider-Man 2099 starter deck. So the last one we got is Venom.
What was the mythic out of this one?
Right there. Top card.
It was just him? I thought it was something else.
You get so with these you get 1 rare, it looks like, and 1 mythic and 1.
Well, then that's what I was asking. What was the rare?
It was that. It was the an aura enchantment where it gets 1+0. It gets 2+0, and it gains flying. It's future sight.
Gotcha.
Right there. You just passed it. There it is. Future Flight is called. All right. So the last one we have left is Mono Black, which is Venom. Eddie Brock. Which this art looks really cool.
Who's the artist?
Artist is Simon Dominic.
Nice. Good job. Good job.
This looks really nice. So 6 mana, 6/4. It's a symbiote villain. So this has the villain keyword. So this is probably why the blue and the black were paired together, because as you can see, a lot of like the Octobot had the whenever a villain enters, or Doc Ock also said whenever you have 8 or more villain cards in your graveyard, he gets that A8 boost.
Okay, so they're like complement each other.
A little bit of synergy. So this is a mythic. Menace has to be blocked by 2 or more creatures. Like, it can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Whenever another creature dies, put a 1/1 counter on Venom. If that creature was a villain, you draw a card. So we got some aristocrat synergies with killing your own creatures and whenever creatures die. Alright, there's the swamp. Looks like more of
that's cool. It's like an alleyway, dark alleyway.
Yeah.
Puddles on the ground. Okay.
Yep. There's the universal spider bot we've seen in all of them. Mechanical Mobster for 3 mana. It's a 3 mana 2/1. So 3 mana, 2 attack, 1 power. When this creature enters, I don't know, I had an accent there. Exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Target creature you control connives. So you get to do some graveyard hate. So basically, like we've seen in the blue and the green starter decks, we've seen that some cards have abilities from the graveyard. This card can deny that by exiling it, basically removing it from the game. So no graveyard abilities for that player. And then you connive, which you draw a card and discard a card. If you discard another card, you put a counter on it. There you go. And this can go in any deck, again, if you're playing Commander. If you're playing Standard, this can still go in any deck as well. Symbiote Spawn.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we got a 3 mana 3/2. It's a symbiote villain. When this creature dies, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. It's pretty cool. Merciless Enforcers, a 2 mana 2/1 with lifelink. So whenever this creature deals combat damage to another creature or an opponent, you gain life equal to its power. So whenever this creature hits another creature or an opponent, you would gain 2 life. And you can pay 4 mana, and this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Venom's Hunger. 5 mana sorcery. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a villain. So it can go from 5 mana to 3 mana. And destroy target creature, you gain 2 life. Little swamps. Eerie Gravestone. It's a 2 mana artifact. When this artifact enters, draw a card. And you may pay 1 colorless mana and a black. And you sacrifice this artifact, mill 4 cards. You may put a creature card from among them into your hand. So milling 4 cards is basically... Oh, look at the art on that. I just realized.
Oh, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's referencing the comic.
Yeah, when he comes out of the grave. That's really cool art. So you're going to basically you're going to put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard, and you may put a creature from among them into your hand. That's not bad. That's definitely not a bad card.
That's
I
awesome.
could definitely see play. Swamp, yeah, I do like that card. Got another Mechanical Mobster.
Black Suit Spider-Man would be cool.
Yeah, Lethal Protection. So 4 mana sorcery, destroy target creature, return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. This can definitely see play. This is a destroy spell and recursion in 1 card. This is a good card. I could see people running this, and maybe, in Commander, I could definitely see it.
Okay.
In Standard, I don't know. But definitely a good card. Scorpion. 4 mana 3/3 with a Scorpion human villain as the keywords. He has Death Touch. So Death Touch means basically no matter how many points, so even though he's a 3/3, he could kill an 100/100. All it takes is 1 point of damage with a creature with Death Touch to defeat any other creature. So a 1/1 could defeat a million if the 1/1 had Death Touch.
Okay.
So strong keyword, Death Touch. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, a target creature you control connives. Connive seems to be a pretty big ability. Oh, look, a Tombstone.
Cool.
It's a 3 mana 2/2. When Tombstone enters, return target villain card from your graveyard to your hand, and villain spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. So if people are going to be making villain decks, this will definitely be an include. Makes them 1 less to cast, and basically when he enters, you get to return 1 from your graveyard to your hand. It's definitely a good card. There's the other Venom, Evil Unleashed. 5 mana 4/5 with Death Touch. and you can pay 3 mana, and you can exile this card from your graveyard, put 2/1/1 counters on target creature. It gains Death Touch until end of turn, and you only can activate that on your turn.
Okay.
And this can only be activated once he's in the graveyard. So it's not bad. Risky Research, a 3-mana sorcery. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. So surveilling is basically when you look at the top 2 cards of your library, as it actually says it right here. To surveil 2, look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest on top of your library in any order. So basically, this is, you can look at the top card. If you like it, you can keep it there. If not, you can put it on the bottom of your library.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I guess it's actually graveyard. I actually don't usually use the surveil keyword a lot. To surveil 2, yeah. Okay. This isn't bad. It's basically like you get to look at your deck a little bit and mold it the way you want to. We got Swamp. Another Venom's Hunger. Another Swamp. Scorpion Sting. A 2-mana instant. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. So that's really cool looking art as well. So this is just going to decrease the power and toughness of an opponent's creature or any creature that you want. Wow, Grendel, Spawn of Null.
Oh, wow.
It's a 4-mana 3/3. This is a symbiote dragon villain. It has flying and death touch. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is really crazy looking. That looks really cool.
I think it'd be stronger than a 3/3, but
Yeah, right? It looks pretty big. Symbiote spawning on. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. Yeah, I swore Surveil was bottom of the library, but I guess I'm wrong. Merciless Enforcers. A Swamp. And I want to see what the webbed design is there. That looks pretty cool.
that's cool.
Looks like there's apartments in the back. It's a street and some cars.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the alternate arts and full art.
Yeah, I definitely want to see the actual set come out.
Very excited for it.
Yeah, me too.
So out of the colors that we took a look at, out of the black, blue, green, white, or red, which one do you think's pretty solid?
I think the best mythic that we've seen from these would probably be the Ghost Spider Gwen Stacy.
Okay.
And in terms of value, I think Spider-Man and Peter Parker are probably your 2 best bets
Okay.
to buy if you want to get 2 pretty good mythic cards that will give you pretty good value. Now, the other cards are good. Just a little expensive for things that you can get on other creatures for cheaper. While I think Spider-Man and Peter Parker, he has flying as a 4/4. Whenever you gain life, you get to boost your creatures, and they get an indestructible until end of turn. So I actually didn't explain what indestructible does, but it's actually basically what it sounds like. Indestructible is they cannot be killed by combat damage or any sort of damage. So they're indestructible from damage, basically. They would have to be exiled or
board wipe or something.
so they're fine from board wipes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They cannot be so if a card says deal 13 damage to a target creature or destroy target creature, they have indestructible, they're okay. So the only way to get rid of indestructible creatures is, actually we saw it within the black deck here. I think it's somewhere over here. Scorpion Sting. So the --/ abilities. So no matter if any creature hits toughness 0 in the game, they die. So that gets past indestructible. And exiling the card.
Oh, okay.
So Spider-Man and Ghost Spider, I would probably say, are the 2 best cards from the starter decks. Like, I mean, front view cards. Like, I guess box tops, you know? Those are the best 2 you can probably find from the starter decks. Not saying the other ones are bad. I just think these 2 give you the best value. And if you want to get into the actual deck building of Magic the Gathering, they're pretty good. Good starting points.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Derek. All right, guys. Well, thanks for taking the time out of your day to hang out with Derek and I and watch this video. I hope you learned something from Derek and got to see these cards firsthand.
yeah, we'll definitely do more content with it. I'll be able to explain more in detail how the game works when the actual set comes out, and we'll definitely do some maybe deck building and stuff with
that'd
my
be fun.
dad. You know,
That'll
maybe
be
even
fun.
like a little game or something. So we can definitely. I'll be to explain more. I know I was a little rushed with explanations, but yeah, that's pretty much the gist. You know.
Awesome, dude. All right, everyone. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for hanging out.
Peace.
Peace.